you a solo player and you struggle to complete the Cayo Perico Heist with the Elite Challenge? Are you a beginner and it's your first time playing through the Cayo Perico Heist by yourself? Or do you manage to get the Elite Challenge but it takes you forever and it just dissuades you from wanting to play it solo? Or are you a veteran of GTA Online and have no problem getting the Elite Challenge in Cayo Perico but want to try something that is so easy it's actually fun to do? If any of those apply to you, then this video is for you. Now, if you want to skip ahead just to watch the heist itself, the timestamps will be down below. But if you want to know how to set this up to make it so it's impossible to fail the Elite Challenge, let me explain how to do it now. The first thing you have to do is gather intel. Now, if you're a new player, make sure you go into your pause menu and see where the location of the Vellum is. Then what you're going to want to do is go ahead and sit down at your navigation console and then move your submarine closer to where the yellow marker is. Then you're going to want to move your Casaca to that location. Once there, you're going to want to use your Sparrow. That's right. Make sure you have a Sparrow. That's the first thing you should buy when you've got money. If you're wanting to grind out the Cayo Perico Heist, it's going to make your life infinitely easier. Once in the Sparrow, head on over to the beach, which is a short trip since you move your submarine closer. Take out the guards that are on foot and next to the vehicle. Make sure not to shoot the plane, and then go ahead and land, take out any remaining ones and get in the Vellum. Now this part is super easy but super boring. You're just going to fly all the way over to where the marker is on the other side of the map. Now once you get to Cayo Perico, all you're going to want to do is grab the motorcycle. I'm going to fast forward through this because I'm sure you know how to do this, but if you don't, you can at least see what's going on. But we're driving the motorcycle through the fields, up and over the roads, and then what you're going to want to do is drive straight towards there's two palm trees. You're going to want to go straight through the middle of them, up and over. That way you don't have to worry about any checkpoints or any guards seeing you. Once you've got over, you're just going to want to wait and make sure there's no cars around you, or check to see where the people or cameras are located, because it does vary every time you do it. Once you've got a clear route, then you're just going to drive on over to the base of the mountain that has the communications tower and drive all the way up. Now keep in mind, if you look at your map and there's no red marker, meaning there's no guard around the tower, then the signal box is always going to be on the ground floor. If there's no red marker around the tower, you're always going to have the signal box on the ground floor. If there is a red marker, you're going to have to climb the tower to get it. Once you've hacked the signal box, you're going to check and see what your primary loot is. And then I would always make sure you check the offices, because if there's secondary loot in the office, that's going to make your life a lot easier, being the paintings. But if not, it's okay. This is still going to be super easy. Once you found out what your primary loot is going to be, depending on where you are on the ground floor or up top, I would climb up to the top, because now we're going to get some cutting powder. First location I would jump over to is this one marked on my map right here. It's going to be in the farm, and this could be where the cutting torch is going to be, or not the cutting torch, the cutting powder. And as you can see, there's no cutting powder right here. There is a grappling hook, but we're not going to be using that. The next location is this one right here. Head on over to there. Just make sure you avoid the guards on your way. Once you get inside, as you can see, this is where it is for me. This is what the cutting powder looks like. Go ahead and pick this up. And this is what Parvel will say to you.
Aha! I wondered if we would find this. This compound is part of processing here, but we can put it to use. You dose the water supply with this, the guards will have a lot on their minds. And a lot in their pants, huh? Very useful.
So once you've got the cutting powder, you need to take this over to one of the big water towers. There's one at the north dock, or I would choose the main dock. It is this water tower right here near the main dock. What you're going to want to do is climb all the way to the top and just pour that cutting powder inside. And then this is what Parvel will say to you then.
Good work. If you need a toilet, go now. There's about to be a long line, huh? And not one of them able to point their gun straight.
If you don't find the cutting powder at one of those two locations, there is one other place which is actually right next to the main dock water tower, which is this spot right here. Once you've poured the cutting powder in, time to head back to Los Santos. Once back at the airport, you can go ahead and look for secondary loot. Not really much in the hangar, so then we check this location right here as well, which also didn't have anything to write home about, but we're most likely going to grab loot from here and maybe the painting in the office. Now, usually you can look around for a disguise, but like I say, this is going to be so easy, we're not going to need a disguise or anything. Next up, head back to Los Santos. When you land in Los Santos, you can just go to online, find new session, and then spawn back at your Casaca. Make sure you're doing invite only. It'll spawn you into the game faster, and you don't have to worry about anyone else. Once back at the Casaca, you're going to go ahead and choose the Vellum. Now, I know this doesn't seem like a very common one, but believe me, this is going to be so easy. You don't need to worry about it. And the Velum is much easier than most of the other setup vehicles. You're going to go ahead and check your map once again to see where the location is, and then move your submarine to get a little closer, and then use your Sparrow to head on over to the Velum. This is going to be very similar to the mission we just did, having to pick up the Velum to head to Cayo Perico. This time, we're picking up the Velum. Very similar. Take out the guards, steal the Velum, but this time, we're taking it to Los Santos International Airport. Then you're just going to go ahead, invite only session again to spawn you back at the Casaca. Then these missions you already know how to do. The plasma cutter, you're going to take your Sparrow to the safe house. Once at the safe house, as soon as you walk in the door, just walk to the front of the table and you can take a picture. You don't need to walk on over to the board. Take the picture, turn around, and then walk straight back out. Once you've left, get back in your Sparrow and head to the marked location. This also varies, so it'll be different for you possibly. But for us, we got Rockford Hills. We landed, we blew up the car, took out a few people, grabbed the plasma cutter, straight back to our Sparrow, and we got out of there, back to the Casaca. Next up's the fingerprint cloner. This one also fairly easy. We're going to head on over to the first marked warehouse. I don't worry about not triggering the alarm. I just go in guns a-blazing, take out everyone inside, and then spell out the word Panthers, and then leave. Once you've left, you're gonna have another marked location to go and get the archive. This one, I do take out the cameras. Not that I need them, but if you don't take out the cameras, you'll have people chasing you when you leave. But because we have a helicopter, we don't really care. But I always do it anyway. As soon as you walk inside, you're gonna run straight to the back and just turn left as soon as you get there. And you can walk around all three of those tables and run out. You don't need to interact with anything. You'll always pick it up. If you just go in, do a little loop around those three tables, you're good. Then leave, head back to your Casaca. Next up, we have the cutting torch. This is going to be at one of 3 construction sites. For me, we've got the one at the house, which is probably my second favorite. Make sure you always put on the hat, and then you can just run through without triggering the guards. So you just run on through until you find it. Once you found it, you pick it up, head straight back to your Sparrow and back to the Casaca. Next up, we're going to choose weapon. For me, it's going to be Marksman, just because I feel like it is the best weapon to have doing the Cayo Perico, especially for this strategy. For this, you're going to head on over to one of 3 businesses. If you get the Merryweather mission, you can also just go back to an invite-only lobby and try again. The Merryweather one, to me, just takes way too much time. So I usually just reset until I get one of the buildings. 707 Vespucci is actually my favorite building to land on. I feel like it's the easiest. What you're going to want to do is land on the ceiling. Doesn't really matter if you trigger the alarm in here or not, but if you want to do it stealthy, use a silenced weapon and just take out all of the guards. That way you can walk through in here without them shooting at you. But whether you trigger the alarm or not, when you leave, there's still going to be helicopters chasing you. Once you've done that, hack the laptop, grab the weapons out of the safe, head back up to the roof, grab your Sparrow, and straight back to the Casaca. Now, as you can see on our screen right here, we are ready to go for this mission, but we want to make this as easy as humanly possible. So next up, what you're going to want to do is the disruption missions. Make sure you do all 3 of the disruption missions. That'll make it so this is the easiest thing you've ever done. And make sure you follow through all of the missions. Some people believe you can just start them up and then quit. The only reason it looks like you've passed by doing that or you completed them is because you only get one chance to do them. So if you start it and then quit, it'll look like it's complete, but in fact, there will be no difference whatsoever when you start up the heist. If you want to know how the disruption missions work for Cayo Perico and how to do all of them, I'll leave that video linked in the description down below, going over all of those with you. But for now, it's time for us to jump into the heist. All right, guys, and here we are, officially at the time to run through this together, show you exactly how easy it is. I am not going to be getting the weapons like stashed to hide it. So we're going to be triggering the alarm immediately. And we're still going to be getting all of our secondary loot, still getting the primary loot, still escaping. And we're going to get the elite challenge. And it's going to be so easy that your 5-year-old sibling or nephew or niece or cousin can do it. So let's go ahead and start this up. Purchase heavy armor. Sure. Don't think we're even going to need it. Matchmaking close because we're doing it solo. Now let me walk you through what we have going on here, just to explain it one more time in case you didn't watch the beginning part of this video. You just want to see it all rounded up here at the end. So our approach vehicle is the Velum, because we're coming into the airstrip. We're going to be triggering the alarm right away, and we're just going to be getting our secondary loot, heading to the compound, getting our primary, and then leaving. Infiltration point obviously is going to be the airstrip. Our compound entry point is the drainage tunnel. The escape point is going to be, we'll say main dock, but we're going to jump off the bottom of the map. Time of day is going to be daytime, so you can see what we're doing here. And then we have the marksman. Now, if you haven't purchased the suppressors, you don't even need to for this one, because we're going to be triggering the alarm right away. Or you could just do it here. If you click that just twice, you get it without even paying for it. So there you go. Now, what a lot of people will do is go to higher support and then do weapon stash. It's $10,000. That's so you can hide your weapon so you can go into the KO without triggering the alarm. But like I say, we don't need that. It's going to be that easy. So make sure, though, that you have done everything that I did in the setups. So you poison the guards and you do all the disruption missions. And again, the disruption missions video will be linked in the description down below. I just didn't want to make this video too long since I've already done a video on it. And that is it. That is absolutely everything, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start this thing up. We're not going to really have any cuts in it. I may cut like doing the fingerprint scanner, but that's literally it. So let's go ahead, jump into it. What should we wear? You know what? We're going to wear this. Just so I mean, we're not even looking like we're going ready for war, are we? We're going to be triggering the alarm immediately, and it's just going to be so easy. I promise you, if you've ever struggled with the Cayo Perico, and you're like, I can just never seem to get the elite challenge, this video is for you. We're going to get the elite challenge. It's going to be sick. You can hear the alarm going off already. And if you're a veteran, and you're like, you know what? I usually always do it these different ways. Try this out yourself and just see what it's like. I promise you, it's going to be great. All right, anyway, let's get into it. So you can see already we're getting shot at. We'll just take him out. Oh, he's shooting us, keep in mind, with a little pistol. Because we did the disruption mission, so they've got no armor. They've got crappy guns. What do you think you're doing? Huh? Look at them. Absolute rust. Is there another one there? Boom. Done. No armor. It's just easy. And their aim is awful because we have the bloody, whatchamacallit? Why am I blanking? Their aim is bad because we have the cutting powder. We're chilling. I promise you, you're going to be able to complete this. No worries at all. So inside here, actually, I thought this was like cash. We're going to take this, and then what we'll do is we'll get the painting from in the office, because you guys saw that we had a painting in there too. This is going to fill up half of our bag. Then we'll use the painting for the rest of it. And that's it. So now what we can do is we can either go get a boat and go in the drainage tunnel, or we can just drive over there. It's totally up to us. Like I say, these guys are so weak, it really doesn't matter for us. Look at them. They're literally just wearing shorts. They've got nothing on us. Absolutely nothing on us. We'll grab this car. You can see there's no one around. There's no guards. There's no helicopters because we did the disruption mission, so we don't need to worry about that. They've got awful aim because we did the cutting powder. Let's see if there's any boats. That would make our life a little bit easier, right? But I'm pretty sure doing it the way that we're doing it, you can't get a boat. Unless we go to like the main dock or something like that. But you're not going to see boats during this type of mission. Like this type, the way that we've set this up. Usually you'd see boats knocking about. This time, you're not going to hear any boats. You're not going to see any boats. Let me just stop here so you can see what I'm talking about. Nothing. Right? There's no one around. We don't have a disguise on us or anything like that either. I'm going to put on some armor just because we only have one. I don't want to be stupid, right? But we don't need it. All right. We're just going to drive straight there. We're going to drive there. Usually, you'd probably be like, excuse me, sir. Usually be like, there's no way I would drive through here. They're going to shoot at us. It's going to be awful. We're chilling. We're absolutely chilling. We're going to drive straight to the compound. We can't go through the main gate. We might be able to go through the main gate, to be honest with you. We might... Oh, they've took out my bloody tire. We might be able to go through the main gate. You know what? I appreciate you. There is quite a few people around here. Did this guy die? I just want to use your motorcycle, good sir. Thank you. Thank you. I'm surprised they're actually hitting us, to be honest with you. But it's okay. We got some snacks here. All right, let's eat some snacks. We have no armor left, but that's fine. But yeah, like I say, we're chill. All right, I wanted to go this way anyway. We're chilling. Even the Juggernaut, not worried about him. Not worried about anything. I know we're going to get the elite challenge, so I'm not even worried. Let's just eat some more snacks. Usually, like I say, if you trigger the alarm, you don't get the elite challenge. But doing it this way with the airstrip where you trigger it immediately, you're going to get the elite challenge either way, so we're just chilling. So we could kill some guards down here to try and find... Let's see. Is it just one? There's a couple guards. Excuse me, sir. Are you going to drop a key for me? What about you? I was hoping one of you would drop a key. You know what? It's fine. All right, let's just eat some more snacks. We don't care. We don't care. Let's just stop right here. Excuse me, good sir. I'd appreciate if you just leave me alone, guys, okay? All right, he's dropped a key card. Let's grab it. You know what's funny, though? We'll go in over here. We'll go in over here. Let's actually put our marksman rifle on again, just in case. Not that, you know, I'm worried, but... All right, we're going to go in this gate. They dropped a key code for us. All you have to do is kill some guards that are around here, and they'll drop the key code. What are you shooting at me for, bro? I've already chosen this as my entrance. Like I say, so the reason they're not really doing too much damage to us, the cutting powder makes it so their aim's awful. They also have awful guns because we did the disruption. They don't have any armor, so we can kill them super easily. It just makes your life a lot easier, man. Like I say, try it out for yourself. I promise you, if you've struggled... And you will probably be doing it a lot more stealthily than I am, too. Let's be honest. I'm just running around right now like a chicken with his head cut off. All right, there's the jug. We do want to make sure the jug doesn't shoot at us, though, because the jug's still got quite the... look at him down there. Let's wait for him to walk the other way. We'll walk over here. Come on. There's a guard right here. I can see you on my minimap. There you are. All right, the jug is on the move, so we're going to jump over here. Over here. I could get that key. Just for the sake of it, you know? I'll probably... We'll probably use it. We'll probably use the key. All right. Then we're just going to go upstairs. I could have gone downstairs. Since we have the key as well. But we're just going to go upstairs. We want to make sure we get our painting. Ow. Where are you hitting me from, my guy? We want to make sure we just get our painting from right here. Again, not worried. I know we're going to get the elite challenge. We are absolutely chilling. These guards can't hit us for the life of them. All right, one more down here. This should fill up our bags for us. Like I say, your loot may be different. I could have filled up my bag at the airstrip. There was more than enough loot there for me to pick it up at the airstrip. I just saw that this was here, so I was like, we may as well just get this. All right, then inside here, let's see what we're at. 326. 409 is not bad. The highest you can get is... It's like 30 to 100k. You can get the golden gun that's in here too if you've never got this before. Why not just bloody get it? Let's grab that since we have loads of time. There's a key card there. We're doing this solo, so we don't need it. And then you got to do your fingerprint hacks right here. Again, these things are easy. I'm sure you know how to do it. I'll do one with you, then I'll fast forward through the rest. So you're just going to want to make sure the top one's there done. So 1, then 2, and then 1, 2, 3, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And you just do that all the way through all of them. All right, that took us about 30 seconds to do all 3 of those. Not too shabby, if you ask me. I'm curious how much money... We got the ruby necklace, so it's not great. It could be worse, but it's not the most fantastic thing. All right, there's going to always be a guy over here, so we're just going to shoot him just for the fun of it. Now let's go ahead and grab our ruby necklace. I may shoot... There may be a guy that's spawned here already. Let's see. Yeah, sorry, my guy. All right, now we're going to go through this. We could go through the bottom gate because we do have a key, so we can get out that way. But I think the easiest way for us to do it is just go back up top. That way we're going to avoid the juggernaut, avoid the majority of people. Not that we need to worry about them. Like I say, I came into this just with 1 body armor. I've used a little bit of snacks, but I haven't used that much snacks. We don't need any more body armor. We're absolutely chilling. It sounds way worse than it is. I'm going to kill another guy here just for the fun of it. You know what? We'll let you survive so you can tell your friends about us. How about that? All right, like I say, we got the key. So we can just go through the gate. But if you didn't have a key, which most likely, maybe you will, maybe you won't. Who the hell is that? There's the sniper rifle out there, I'm telling you. If you don't have a key, I would recommend what I usually do. Jump on this wall and jump back over the way we came. But since we have a key, we can just go through this gate right here and we're laughing. I'm going to kill this guy because he's the one that was shooting me. When I was all the bloody way up there by myself, I was chilling. Or was it you? It may have been him. It may have been him. All right. Here we are at the door. Chilling. Now what we're going to do is jump off the bottom map. Like I say, guys, this is so easy. Like, I could escape the main dock if I wanted to. I could go the north dock and not really have to worry about anything. Like I say, their aim is awful. Their guns are awful. There's no helicopters chasing us because of the disruption missions. We're just chilling. We are just absolutely chilling. My controller just unplugged there for a second. All right, you... Excuse me, guys. You know, I'm actually surprised as the amount of people here as there is. To be honest with you. I feel like usually there's less. I mean, there's not a lot. You can see we've killed them and now there's nobody else. It's not like we're getting swarms of people coming after us. All right, anyway, now that we're back on our motorcycle, we're just going to run this way. And that's basically it. We're going to jump off the edge of the map here. I think I need to get a new cord for my controller because it keeps disconnecting. All right, we're going to jump off right before we hit the water. And then we're a little disorientated. We're going to swim this way. You see on the mini-map down there how there's a little point? We're just going to swim towards that point. Let's make sure we have a rebreather on. And then we're just going to swim towards this point. Now, you can go towards the mines. But since we've triggered the alarm, there may be boats in the water and things that are shooting at you. And so you want to get a little bit deeper if possible. So we're just swimming into this little ravine right here. And before we even get through it, this thing's done. That's it. We have completed it 100%. And as you'll see in a second, we've got the elite challenge. That boat's too high up. He's not going to be able to get us. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, it's so easy. Anyone could do it. Like, there's so many... If we didn't have it set up the way we just did, there was so many people shooting at us that have really good guns, that have so much armor. Like, their aim would be better. This thing, yes, I used a lot of snacks. But honestly, I feel like that was just my stupidity of just running around like a chicken with his head cut off, right? But you'll see, we're going to get the elite challenge. I know that we did it fast enough. It's not like we're doing a speed run. We haven't done it like super, super fast. But we will get the elite challenge. So let's see, 100% of the cut right here. We'll get the elite challenge on top of that. Boom, 9 minutes 50. And there we have it. 0 hacks failed. Let's continue. Elite challenge, baby. Full loot bags, you know it. And there you have it. Elite challenge. Put us almost at $1 million there. For... Wasn't that much work. Wasn't that much work. Now, here's the thing, right? I can do this without doing all these disruption missions. The disruption missions will take you a little bit of time if you're newer to it. But once you've figured out how to do them, they do make it a little bit faster, or it does make it a little bit faster. But once you get more confident at it, then you don't need to use the disruptions. I can do this in less than 10 minutes without doing the disruptions. So, I mean, it's up to you guys. But this video, like I say, if you're newer to the Cayo Perico, if you struggle with the Cayo Perico, and you can never seem to be able to get the elite challenge, this is for you. Now, obviously, I came in there guns a-blazing. I could have came in without even having the guns a-blazing. I could have came in there and done the weapon stash and made it so that I could at least not have triggered any of the alarms to begin with. So it could be even easier for you if you do it that way. But I just wanted to showcase this for you. Triggering the alarm immediately, just so you can see how easy this is. Like I say, this is a video I did about 3 or 4 months ago, I think it was. I actually accidentally stumbled into it. I was like, this is the easiest Cayo Perico I've ever done in my life. So I wanted to recreate it here for this video for you today. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. If you want me to try this any other way, let me know. And there may be one actual way that I'm thinking about it that I actually thought of when I was watching the mini-map on the Cayo Perico just now, that I thought we may be able to make this even a little bit easier. So maybe stick around for that. We'll probably do that soon as well. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow, as always, with a brand new video. Goodbye.